Alright, what's up y'all, it's LakerFan here. As you can see by the title of today's video, I'm going over how to get your shooting badges on a non-shooting build. So in today's video, I'm showing you how to get them without even actually shooting the ball. So as you can see by the shot chart here, we got a bunch of shots in the close shot, barely any in the mid-range. Now I'm here to explain, and I'll get to the topic really quickly because I know a lot of you people that are clicking on for the tutorials are trying to just get to the point. I'll just explain it like this: deep floaters and deep fades is the way to go. Now if you don't have any post fade upgraded, I'm gonna assume if you click on this video you're either a lockdown or a facilitating finisher or like some kind of slasher, whether that be a play slash, pure slash, a say like a play defender, something like that. But anyway, you see the shot chart, right? I want to explain what you're gonna do, and I'll go ahead and just explain a couple of the badges you put on, and then I'll get straight to the clips and just show you that stuff. But anyway, if you could put teardropper on, that'll be big time. Now if you can only get it on gold, I think that's still okay, it's no problem. Honestly, I was doing this before I even had any of this stuff on, but this definitely improved my game and made it so I can make some complete BS. Alright, so having teardropper and pro touch is a big time thing. Consistent finisher helps a little bit as well, but I would definitely recommend first badge to put on be teardropper. Now for your shooting badges, I'm gonna assume since you clicked on this video you don't have many to use, so I just used quick draw just because that benefits my park and like my career. And then once I got some deep fades, I started putting that on as well. Now as you can see, I have an upgrade available, and I left that on when I finished my MyCareer stuff just because I didn't know if I was gonna hop into the park or MyCareer next. I'm glad I did because I'm trying to hop in the park here. So as you can see, I could just take that stuff off. Now as you guys know, you can't do that until you can't do this like permanently until you hit 13 out of 13. So anyway, let's get into that and explain how you can get those. So I'm gonna make the quick little cut, we'll get to the clips and show you how to do that. Okay, and then also I forgot to mention I play on pro 5-minute quarters. I wouldn't suggest to do anything differently than this. The main reason for 5-minute quarters, you get the team practices available way more often, and that free throw golf is so clutch. You get like 2.8k towards your shooting every time. I really recommend to just go with the 5-minute quarters. And then also, for every 10 games you play on your MyCareer team, I would suggest to ask for a trade so that you can play a new MyPlayer Nation game every time, because these are clutch. I mean, the double my points and double badge points and even double VC is big time. But anyway, we'll get to the clips now. Alright, so we're here on just the little collage of videos that I've put together for this kind of film on this. But anyway, outside runners and floaters, 8 for 9, I got 4,000 my points. Now, like I said, in the MyPlayer Nation games, that's literally like 8,000 right there alone. Now, you're going to see, I hit this LT Hezi every single time unless I have them beat. If my man is in front of me, you can see this guy right in front of me right here. I have to hit that LT Hezi and I get right past him. Now, even though it's a 14% contest on those go in at a great rate, no doubt. Now, another thing that I want to mention too, like I said, free throw golf is big time. It's very easy to do if you have decent free throw rating, but if you don't, I would recommend do the pick and pop drill. You get a little bit less my points, but it's still very good, and it's the by far easiest one to do. If you literally have no free throw upgraded and you can't do that free throw golf properly, definitely pick and pop. I would recommend that for sure. But if you do have a decent free throw rating, or if you can just try it out and see if you can still hit even if your free throws are garbage, you don't really have to do much. If you just focus, I'm sure you can at least green a good like 5 of them, and that's all you really need. But anyway, now to the whole MyCareer detail thing that I'm talking about here. Like I said, taking these outside runners and floaters is by far the best way if you can combine that with teardropper and pro touch too, as you see those both popping up. But look at the 3-2. I mean, they put up easy like quick shots. They miss pretty often. Even if they don't miss, you can still put up a nice one. Now that right there, I want to explain, is most likely an inside runner and floater. Now I have a little screenshot toward the end of this as well where I showed like the shot chart and how many shots I put up through the whole game. Again, 3-2, open corner, they shoot the ball. Generally, your guys will grab the rebound because they're all like kind of vacating the 3-point line, and they're all just in the paint. But again, that right there, I'm not sure. I'm not exactly sure if that's an outside runner and floater or an inside. Now, if you, let's say, have a finishing build, right? Like you're a slasher, or maybe even for a defender, it's like still a decent amount. But for anybody that is a slasher, yo, and look at this, like crazy contested. I mean, it's really good rate of going in. That was early 31% contest. I'm not like kidding you guys when I say this. Now, again, if you don't have it set up for the fast break, I would maybe recommend to go with this post fade, but you're going to see a little bit later in the vid, I show you guys what it looks like if you have to set it up in the half court and you're going for the floaters. Now, I will say this too, having slash takeover is a big time thing. Like slash takeover will definitely improve what you can do with this as far as your rate of hitting like BS crazy long ones. The longer the shot, the better, in my opinion. But I will say, as you saw by the shot chart that I was showing you for like my last 25 MyCAREER games, bro, I mean, I had, yo, and look at this. I would recommend maybe put on Bailout too, maybe, but like I said, the shot chart. Oh, actually, wait, okay, hang on. I'm getting ahead of myself too much. Now, I'm gonna just talk real quick. The shot chart, right? You saw, I probably had like 35 mid-ranges made all through my whole like last 25 games. So understand, you don't have to be super close on these floaters. It's pretty close. Now, you're going to see I set up this half-court set right here. Just called for a screen, rhythm dribble one way, go off it, and then the farther you can shoot on this, the better, I will say. So if you can pull off the floater from like right here, this is for sure a deep one. Now, I'll say 2 steps in is probably the cutoff on this. So like, let's say if you're anywhere near inside the free throw line, probably not going to be an inside, it's going to be an outside running floater if you're outside that range. Now, again, like I said, you watch the shot chart that I showed at the beginning. I literally had no super long range ones. Honestly, a majority of those were probably like, now that right there, that's a super far one right there. And you see I missed that. Now, right here, you can also go for these post fades. Now, don't get it twisted, because I want to put it like this. I was out here thinking like, oh, you guys know the stupid cheese post fade you can do from like 2 feet away from the basket. That doesn't work. That counts as other inside shots. So I want you guys to understand that you can't do those. Now, again, boom, you set up with the half court, set up the post fade. I made some BS like this constantly too. That's also what some of my mid-range stuff was, where say you just can't get the floater timing off, but you got to focus really hard on doing those deep floaters, because you're just not really going to be at a range where, like right here, great time to do it. But if you wait any longer, and I'm gonna put it like this: if you wait any longer, it's probably gonna be an inside runner and floater. If you do it any sooner, it's probably gonna be a moving mid-range that you do by accident. Now, again, if you have the slash takeover, that's big time. If you have shot creator takeover, that's big time. But assuming the people that are watching this are probably, I may even say some people that are watching might even have like glass or rim takeover, or especially like lock takeover. I'm just gonna put it like this: takeover will help you no matter what, but I will say, if you're doing this, it's definitely going to be beneficial if you have slasher takeover. That it just helps you hit these floaters at a ridiculous rate, bro. And that's where you can really farm like the super deep ones that you're for sure getting the progress on. But anyway, move along. You're gonna see the my points on this one. I believe this was the MyPlayer Nation game. We'll see. So yeah, MyPlayer Nation boost. So I had 11. Actually, like 12K. This was by far my best game right here. I'm not gonna joke with you guys and be like, that regular dude. I'm like, oh, this was my most casual game. I'm just throwing this in here to show you that you can easily do this. No, this was my best game. 12K my points as far as my shooting badges. Now, the MyPlayer Nation game, that's double. So that's 20. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that they put the double on, but they don't show it. So I'm gonna explain like when I show you this. So. Okay, so no, never mind, I'm tripping. So that was 12K because of the MyPlayer Nation game. So I apologize for that. But anyway, 12K my points as far as the shooting badges go. Now, the thing about that too is the MyPlayer Nation games, I would definitely recommend to do them, but I will say you don't get the team practices along with them. Sorry for the mental breakdown on that too, but still, 12K my points is very good as far as the time spent on these. I mean, you see for the minutes played, let me go back to the minutes played. So that's 16 minutes for 12K my points. Not bad, not a bad rate at all. Now, the shot chart, I'm gonna go ahead and just specify this to only MyPlayer. You're gonna see we have this right here. Now, I'm gonna pause it on this. You can like screenshot this, zoom it in if you want, and just kind of break it down for yourself. But you can see a lot of these are like from a close range. Now, I'm also going to go back and explain too. You're going to see this right here. I had 10 of 13 inside runners and floaters and 11 of 16 outside runners and floaters. So 10 of my red circles are considered inside runners and floaters. 11 of them are considered the outside runners and floaters. Now, 5 of them somewhere in there as well are going to be the moving mid-range shots. So there's a little give or take on this, but for the most part, you see this right here. You can break this down a little bit. You can understand that 5 of my misses are the moving mid-range shots, and then like I said, I have some outside runners and floaters, some insides. For the most part, you can kind of depict this pretty easily in my opinion, but that's for you guys to kind of break down yourself a little bit. But yo, I hope this helps you guys a little bit as well. I know this is probably the most in-depth tutorial I've done as far as a shooting badge tutorial would go, but I mean, I'm giving you guys methods, I'm giving you guys the numbers on it, I'm giving you the best badges to equip while doing this. I would really recommend, like I said, take into account everything I've said. Slash takeovers big time. the outside runners and floaters are your bread and butter with this. Now, if you're at a complete loss and you don't want to really like hurt your percentage on the outside runners and floaters because you can't set anything up in the half court, go with the post fades. It's not that bad a rate. Now, that's one thing too. You can consider your post fades like a trash, like throwaway. You can consider them like a throwaway possession where even if you miss, so be it. At least you're not ruining your outside runners and floaters percentage. Because now what I will say, I think this clip right here, I had like a horrible percent on the outside runners and floaters. We'll just skip to that right here. Okay, no, so I was 9 of 13 on that one. So there was somewhere in this little collage of clips right here where I think I went like 15 of 29 or something like that on outside runners and floaters because I was just spamming them the whole time. And it was actually my best progress as far as just that alone. Now, anyway, we'll move along a little bit, just escalate through this video a bit. Now, again, it's kind of rinse and repeat what I've said. I hope that now that right there is a great one. Now, that's what I'm talking about, the slash takeover. You hit that little hezzy, you get them reeling the wrong way. This is by far your best shot right here. That shot right there is a guaranteed outside runner and floater. With slash take, it's so easy to green, it's so easy to hit in people's faces. It's simple as that. Now, again, you can set it up in the half court sometimes. You see that's KD even that I'm like sizing up like that. You can set it up in the half court. It's just the spacing needs to be right. Now, anyway, this is the one against the Nets. You're going to see, boom, we get like a decent amount. Outside runners and floaters, 11 of 13. I got 5.4K. The moving mid-range, like I said, you can consider those like throwaway possessions. But, again, you see inside runners and floaters. I was going for shooting badges this whole time. Obviously, that's what I'm going for. But I still end up with 12 makes on the inside runners and floaters because that's just the nature of this. You're going to accidentally have a couple of them. Now, again, with the slash takeover, you can see you can just make some like constant BS. The thing about the takeover is it's like a extra confidence that you can pull from deeper and pull more contested at like a super good percentage and rate. Now, again, a lot of this is rinse and repeat. If you guys enjoyed this video and it helped you, feel free to drop a like. I'm probably going to talk a little bit on this just to like, you know, show you the full description of everything that I've learned. But for those who don't want to watch all the way through, I appreciate y'all watching. If you made it to this point in the video, feel free to drop floaters in the comments just to show your support that you made it through to this point. Now, again, like I said, there's going to be a couple things that I still want to detail for those who are really trying to learn on this. Now, that right there is something you can do in this half court set as well. You tend to turn the ball over a decent amount though. So this right here is just run to the side and tap LT as well. And then boom, you're going to hit this little hezzy. Now that move right there is what you're going to turn it over on a decent amount. But at the end of the day, if you're going for this right here, that's a good way to get past your defender in like a one-on-one situation. Right here, I'm just trying to beat the clock. That was probably an inside runner and floater. But again, bro, the slash takeover combined with teardropper, combined with pro touch, combined with consistent finisher, it's just a crazy combo, bro. And it goes in at such a crazy rate. So if you're somebody who's a slasher who has his finishing badges maxed out, but you're still trying to get the final details on your shooting badges, like I said, this is the perfect way for a slasher to get their shooting badges. There's no struggle to this at all. It's honestly pretty easy to do and pretty mind-numbing. Just throw some YouTube on, talk in the party with one of your boys. That's what I've been doing for the most part this entire time while doing this. But hey, I mean, like I said, look at that. I mean, that's 58% contested, white it as well, and it was super long with like no takeover progress at all. Like I said, it's pretty simple. Now, go for bump steals as well. That's one thing to mention too. When you get them behind you like that, it's pretty easy to make the shots no matter what. As long as it's like a weak defender, you really have no problem at all. It's really not too hard to do. If you have a weak defender on you, it's pretty easy to get past them. It's pretty easy to make the shot on them. As long as he's not like a true big man, then and you see them struggling to get the ball right there. Again, I go to the middle right here with slash take. I'm just trying to get my last shot with the takeover on. It's pretty simple. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. This is basically the end of it. If y'all enjoyed, feel free to drop a like. And here is the one thing I was talking about, and we'll finalize it with this. And I'll just stop at this clip right here. So, 14 of 23 on outside runners and floaters. The percentage isn't the biggest deal, but like I said, I don't like to just purposely ruin it. At least early on I wasn't. But when you move along with this a little bit, I mean, 14 of 23 to still get almost 6K toward your shooting, I'll take it. I mean, if you're not worried about the percent, I guess like look at what you get for the shooting badge points on this. Like I said, I learned a lot as I did it myself and just constantly kept moving along. 6.1K right there with no MyPlayer Nation game. Now, one thing I want to finalize while talking on this video, and I really do appreciate y'all watching this and sticking through to this part of the vid, but And feel free to sub if this helped you as well. I do a lot of stuff dealing with slashers, yada yada, you get the deal. But anyway, your regular MyCAREER games, I want to explain the benefit of playing them. So again, you get the team practices. Occasionally you'll have the Chris Brickley workout. You'll have like, you know, where you get like the, I only got ×2, I'm not gonna lie, but I used to get ×4. I don't know what the deal is with that, but you'll have the Chris Brickley workouts. You'll have like the NBA Legend workouts where you get the ×3. You'll get regular team practices where you still get like 2.8k toward your shooting badges as well. Just know you're not wasting your time playing the MyCAREER games either. Now, I will say this, and this is basically it for the vid, but I will say this too. For say a build that doesn't have, like, you're not fully in here. I'm just gonna rewind. I know I'm kind of like stumbling on my words, but for a build that has, like, let's say you're not a 95 overall, right? And say you still need your finishing badges too. This is a great method right here, because even when you mess up and you get the inside runners and floaters, those do tremendous work toward your finishing badges. So I would just recommend do the floaters no matter what. If you have like a brand new build, you'll get your finishing badges like cake, bro. But I would recommend don't go for the inside runners and floaters, because you'll get them so easily over time. You see like how many points I get toward that, like inside runners and floaters, just by accident. I wouldn't recommend to go for it on purpose if you have shooting badges that you need to get. But anyway, that's all for the vid. That's all my tips. I am completely drained of everything I could tell you guys on this tutorial. I hope y'all enjoyed. Like I said, if you did, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, leave a comment too if you made it this far. Let's put pistons in the comments if you made it all the way to the very end of the video. I know this is a super long one. So anyway, if we get this to like 1,000 likes too, I'd really appreciate that. But anyway, for those who enjoyed, like I said, feel free to drop a like, sub if you're new, turn on them noties, all that good stuff. None of that, hope y'all enjoyed. Take it easy, man. Peace.